Hey guys, so for today's No Makeup Monday, I'm doing another story time, which I feel like the last few videos, like I've been doing a lot of story type things, which I'm all about because I love me a good story time video. It's probably gonna be a little while till the next one, but I thought I'd hold you over with this one. Plus you guys voted on Twitter and like 50% of you said that you wanted this video out of all of the ones I posted for this No Makeup Monday specifically. And this video is also going up before my Seattle vlog, which if you didn't know, I spent the last 4 days in Seattle, Washington. I'm from California. Never been out of state really except to Vegas, but that's like the adjacent states. Also my first time flying, so that one in itself was kind of cool. This could be a whole video on Seattle story times, but specifically we're going to talk about something that happened while we were there. I will have the Seattle vlog up really soon, hopefully in the next few days on Wednesday. I'm going to shoot for Wednesday, so keep an eye out in the description. I will leave a link down below when it is up. Or just subscribe, because then you'll get it in your subscription box and then you don't have to worry about coming back to this video. Also, the collab video with Rachel Whitehurst will be out shortly as well. This whole week is full of Seattle stuff, so if that bores you, I apologize, but I promise you all 3 videos about Seattle are gonna be good. If you've ever taken public transit, you know there are some weird people that you come across. I have taken the bus pretty much my whole life. I took the bus to school every year of my life through senior year of high school because I didn't drive until I was in my 20s. Because I didn't drive until I was in my 20s, I took the bus to my college as well. That's when I started taking like public bus instead of like a school bus. I graduated to a public bus, which I used to write stories about people I would not meet, but people I would see on those buses. There are some weird people, me included. I'm pretty weird. We were taking the bus into the city, and where we were staying was not in a good area at all. Whenever you get into like a city or a heavily populated area, you tend to see or run into more people that are a little bit more unique. Now this was an early morning. We got on the bus, everything was hunky-dory until this woman a few seats ahead of us just started screaming at the top of her lungs, just like moaning and screaming. I don't know what she was saying. She started talking. I don't know. I'm usually not very judgmental about these kind of people at all because you don't know what's going on with them. You don't know if they have a mental illness or they're on drugs. Like, you just don't know. I'm really not judgy. I've seen so many people like this and I'm just kind of let them do their own thing. But there's a reason why I'm like stating all of this and telling this story in general, because it did not end well. So she proceeded to just continue to yell. She was yelling out the window. I remember her saying the word birds, so I don't know if she was like yelling at the birds outside, I'm not sure, but just like, and moaning too, just really loud. And then she kept moving seats. She would get up and she like got a little closer to us, and then she moved up some seats and she just kept moving around. Every stop we would stop at, she'd like get up and move to another seat. So then this lady proceeds to walk up this aisle of the bus and sees these 2 men sitting to her right, and she proceeds to scream at them, especially one of them. And I have a feeling that this is why I'm calling this video that she is a racist lady. And that sentence didn't make sense, but we're gonna go with it. The man was wearing a turban, which I don't know if she thought that he was Muslim, but if you don't know, Muslim and Sikhs wear different headgear, and this man was clearly wearing a turban, which is a Sikh thing, not a Muslim thing, but I have a feeling that she thought he was Muslim, and we all know the big, you know, controversy with that happening right now, which just, So as she's walking by him, she yells in his face, like up close, like just like this far away, yells at him, and then makes a fake gun with her hand and shoots him in the head. And as soon as she did that, I turned to my friends and I was like, oh my god. She sits in the seat in front of him. Meanwhile, these 2 guys are not reacting whatsoever. They handled this so well, way better than any of us probably would have. But she sits in front of them and they're like on a sideways seat, so they're facing like, she's turned around looking at them like this and they're facing this way because it's like a sideways seat anyway. She starts throwing her food at them, just like pieces of food, and then she spits on the man. Full on, just onto the guy. That is when his friend stands up and says, you know what, lady? Meanwhile, the whole time she's pointing her little fake gun hand at him and pretending to shoot him in the face. Finally, the friend that was sitting next to this guy that's being tormented by this woman goes up to the bus driver and says something to him. I don't know. Obviously, though, telling him the situation, because that's against the law. Like, it's illegal to spit on someone, let alone ridicule or like bully someone like that on a public transit. Like, they're just trying to get to where they're trying to go. Like, like, can you just leave them alone? So she sees the guy go up to the bus driver, and I think she gets a little spooked, like she's gonna get in trouble. I don't know what is going through her mind at this point, but she gets up and the bus driver stops at a bus stop and she gets off the bus. So the bus driver never ended up telling her anything or like asking her to leave, or I don't know what would have happened if she stayed on the bus. But she left with a nice parting gift. She didn't leave, you know, just calmly and nicely like some humans do. She screamed at him, "You have no power here." And as we drove away, she then graduated to a machine gun and did that at him while we drove away on the bus. Now I was looking around at my friends and I was like, oh my god, did we just witness this? Like, I've never seen someone like that racist or overtly racist like that. And I mean, I'm all assumptions here about why, but I think it was pretty clear based on what she was doing and saying and stuff like that, which just, it breaks my heart. Like, I wanted to go up to the guy and be like, I am so sorry you had to deal with that, because I don't even know what I would do in that situation. And you thought this story ended here? No, it doesn't. So we took the bus all the way to the bus terminal. It's kind of like where we had to transfer onto another bus because we were far away from the city in Seattle. It took us about an hour to get into the city and then an hour bus ride home from the city. So we ended up at the international station. I don't know what it was, but just a transfer station basically. So we get off the bus, we're walking to our next little place. It's just like a few things down. We're walking and we see these like security guards wandering around. They're both looking in this like specific direction and kind of pointing. So we look over and we see like bushes moving. They're like bushes moving like this behind a wall and a fence. Who proceeds to walk out from the wall? The lady. Her little striped shirt just walking out of the bush. I don't even know how she got there. Like, we were like 4 stops away from this bus stop that we ended up at after she got off. Like, how did she get all the way over here? Must have had a shortcut through the forest or something, because she was nowhere on a road or anything. She was just in a bush behind the station. Clearly she wasn't meant to be there though, because the security guards were acting like they needed to get to her or something. But luckily we quickly got on our new bus, because our new bus came like a minute later. We're like, thank you. Got on our bus and drove away, because we did not want her to even have the possibility of getting on our bus again, because it was scary. I was genuinely afraid because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't even know how the guys were gonna react to her doing this, because I feel like if you're spit on, like that, you know, triggers something in a lot of people, like rage, anger. I wasn't sure. But that's one of the things that happened to us on the bus, taking a public transit into the city. I've taken public transit a lot of my life, and that's never happened to me. Like, nothing that extreme has ever happened to me, and I was very shocked that it happened. Oh, and by the way, she left her bag of drugs on the bus. So hopefully this was an entertaining story for this No Makeup Monday. I'm sorry they seem to be kind of repetitive, because last week we did kind of a story time with the vegan thing, and then the week before was awkward boy stories. So let me know if you want something different for next week and what you want next week down below. Remember, thumbs up equals what I filmed, so make sure to thumbs up comments that you like. Make sure to use the hashtag No Makeup Mondays also on your bare faces, selfies, bare selfies, and not wear makeup today because it's Monday and it's a day for no makeup, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to another No Makeup Monday. Today we're going to be talking about something that might be a little bit controversial, and I'm already kind of afraid of what I'm going to get in the